Hey, good morning, traders. How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys once again for tuning in as always. Today's going to be a little interesting. Yes, it will. Yeah, the market's down, right? Seems, to me, it makes sense that the market's down today. But anyways, market's down a little bit. It's trying to hold. I don't know what it's doing exactly right now, but last time I checked, it was trying to hold some support. We're starting to break it a little bit. It was trying to hold this little dip area from last week down here at 284. So again, we kind of topped out around the 289. We're starting to sell off down at about to 284. Personally, I think we still might see a little bit of a bounce day, but I mean, in theory, we are kind of on the back side of a move. So we are on more of a bear side of a move. I just would find it very hard for the market to drop all the way out down to 281. So I think we're going to do some little shake and bake kind of right around this area from like 283 to 284 today. See how we're pressing. We're still pressing lower, so we'll see. But personally, I think we're going to probably stay within right around this 284 zone, 283, 284. Okay. OTLK, I won't trade OTLK today. It's done its gap fill up to about whatever it's called, 310, 315 is the gap fill on OTLK, so it's probably done running or made most of the move that it's going to make today, and so it's most likely done. That is what I'm getting at. So anyways, the SPY here, as we were already kind of mentioning, if you take a look back a little bit, kind of hit resistance, right here. Let me delete some of these drawings. 1 second. So yeah, you can see it kind of hit some resistance here at about 289, right? And then we end up selling off. We broke the short-term support here at 284, which is right there. So the only really true support you have going down would be like your next little, you have these spikes over here, these down drops. So you got some like right here and some right there. So again, I don't I don't really see us breaking all the way down below 283 or down below 281.50 today. So again, we're going to see this probably drop out a little bit more, but again, I still think we're going to see some lash back today. I don't think it's just going to be a clear-cut down dropping day. I think we end up trading within the range of 289 to 279. So from this low point to that high point, we're going to see the market rally here for a little bit. Okay. All right, guys, moving to the next one. Tesla. This will be fun to talk about since Tesla's just getting smoked. So we kind of touched on this Friday just from people asking about it, right? And we're like, well, I wouldn't be buying Tesla down until the 180. The 180 level is very, very significant level, right? It's pretty obvious. So chances are most of the buyers aren't going to be stepping in on this until we see prices near around 180, right? 185, 190. A little bit further down is where we're going to start seeing a lot of people wanting to buy into Tesla. So this is a no-brainer. I mean, the whole world can see that this is where you want to buy Tesla. So don't think it's just going to go right down to 180 and just be a clear, obvious long play. It's probably what we're going to see is either it's going to stop before 180, right? Try and bounce, then it comes down to 180, then it does bounce, or it goes down to 180, breaks 180, and then it comes up back over 180, right? It's just too obvious there, right? And when things are too obvious, usually you'll see the price action kind of fake around and shake around that level so that it's not so obvious, right? It makes it harder for people. It's usually when people least expect it that things bounce perfectly or sell off perfectly. But when you're expecting it too much, then again, the market makers usually flip prices around there and screw you up. So again, this 180 is pretty obvious. So that's where you kind of want to start getting in on that for a long play. So for me, I'm just kind of sitting watching Tesla. May or may not short it. I might. It's still trailing down. Today I'm actually going to watch it for a long play intraday. I think from yesterday, not yesterday, but excuse me. I think from Friday's trading action, not even necessarily Fridays, but the past couple days, right? So the past couple days, I mean short, in today's short, right? I think there's going to be a lot of people thinking short, and I might, in fact, be able to squeeze the stock up a little bit today for a long play. So going to watch it intraday for maybe a long play here. All right, so that's Tesla. Just kind of covering Tesla, talking about the 180 down there. Next one on the list for me is Nvidia. So Nvidia is a short play. At least I would like it to be. So anyways, there was a couple days ago where I tried to short below this 158 price, and this got smoked. It just kind of squeezed me back up. So I'm like, okay. Anyways, it goes on its earnings day, squeeze up, come back down, bounces off 158. Later in the day, it breaks 158. We come back, we kind of trickle back up. Now we're back down. Long story short is this 158 was support. We broke. We kind of came up. Now we're trailing off. So I'm going to watch Nvidia for a short play today, simply because it's broken through all of its near-term support, and now it's kind of more onto a down move. You can see there. All right, support, 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 break, down. So you're going to be keeping a close eye, very close eye on Nvidia today for a short play. Okay. What do I think about Zoom? Well, we'll see. I've kept up on Zoom a little bit, but not too much. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit extended, but it's not extended in a manner that's just going to cause it to come crashing down. It could, because it's a new IPO, but so I'll give it that. Because it's a recent IPO, it has, it could make a bigger move with this small extension. I mean, this isn't really extended that much. I mean, it's kind of like a normal move. So it's not really truly overextended. It's overextended by a bit. So yeah, there's probably a short play there. But I mean, I wouldn't expect too much personally. No. All right, it's been pretty bullish, so if you truly think this is the top, then sure, go for it. It is gapping down a little bit today, but that's also because the market was gapping down. So, anyways, but yeah, you could, if you feel it is going to be a short play, there's not much to read, not much to go off here. So if it sets up for a short play intraday, then I would take it. But it is a little bit extended. I'll say that. Baba is down. Yeah, Baba's down because the market's down. All right, if you go look at Baba's just trailing off, same as the market does, same as any stock right now. Actually, Baba is, well, it's kind of small. Is it 1865? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can watch Baba. You can even watch Baba for a bounce day. If the market doesn't just get smoked today and actually kind of bounces a bit, Baba will probably bounce today. Steve, yep, we live stream every single day in our private room. We start at 7:30, or no, excuse me, start at 8 in the morning and go till about 11, maybe a little later than 11 occasionally. But generally speaking, we trade the morning session, get offline, and do what we gotta do for the rest of the day. Yeah. No, I wouldn't necessarily be long biased on Tesla today. Baba seems to be in relatively a bounce level. If the market doesn't just get smoked today. So yeah, really for me, it's just Nvidia. Keeping an eye on Tesla, and really just watch the market today. There's a few others like IOVA and And you can even still watch BYND. I mean, BYND just, the spread is pretty wild on it, but it does make some, excuse me, it does make some decent moves throughout the day. So this is one that I was kind of watching. Struggling to break up over that 100 level, so might be time to start shorting BYND. IQ, last time I looked, I think IQ was it going down from earnings? Yep. Yeah, IQ probably wouldn't be too bad. You could probably watch this for a short play down, you know. I think that's worth watching. Yeah. MBot, no, I stopped watching MBot like a long time ago. Yeah, MBot, no, not really. Yeah, no, that's just gonna trail off. Yeah, not concerned about that. Somebody said something about something. Weed stocks. I mean, weed stocks are weed stocks. I mean, ACB is still just within its zone that it's been in after the bounce off 8. I should have bought shares at 8. Don't know why I didn't. I'm an idiot. But anyways, ACB is still within its zone. CGC still within its trading zone. There's nothing about them, right? They're not at significant low points. They're not at significant high points. So they're just within a trading channel, trading zone. So really nothing too much there. APHA, just kind of trailing off. Really not concerned about that one. I don't really pay attention to that one. NBEV is still consolidating over the 5 mark, and it's starting to, right now it's starting to create a curl on this 4-hour chart. So this could pick up to start a nice move, but it's failing to break down 5.10 so far, or $5. So this is one where I'd probably start getting back to becoming a little bit more long bias on, started paying more attention to it because it's not breaking down that 5 level just yet. So I'd start getting back on the idea of maybe long bias or starting to consider getting in on NBEV just because it hasn't broken 5, remains above 5. It's not selling off below 5. It's got to move soon enough. Okay. No, Tesla, Elon Musk would not go to jail if Tesla goes bankrupt. That's just a company going bankrupt. You can't throw someone into jail for creating a business and then the business just isn't successful enough to make it, right? Right, that's the ultimate risk with anybody owning a business, right? Eventually you're going to go bankrupt if you can't be profitable, right? So no, I don't think he'd go to jail personally. Do I like financial education, Jeremy? Excuse me. I mean, I don't mind the guy by any means. I mean, I'm not going to judge him, sit here and judge him. But, yeah, I mean, I do or I don't. He's doing his own thing. I'm doing mine. I've watched a few of his videos. From what I can see, he has a pretty good understanding of fundamentals of a company, probably even more so than I do. But that's more or less because I do more trading than he does, and he doesn't do as much trading from what I could understand. But yeah, there's definitely some information to learn from him there. No, I haven't kept up with YRV. Yeah, that's because Jeremy at the financial education, he doesn't trade for the most part. More of what he views is more of a long-term investing to macro investing, where he'll see something that's at a good level, he'll buy it for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, and hold it. So in reality, I would call him more of a swing and long-term investor. Yeah. Let me take a look at Boeing. That was something else I wanted to keep an eye on. I know it had a pretty good bounce the other day. It's just rolling over. Yeah, I mean, basically everything. I mean, again, guys, we're still on the pace where the market's still controlling most of the moves of all the stocks, whether there's a gap up, gap down. Most stocks are still following very, very closely. So again, I would probably still keep your S&P up on like another chart, like a side watch amongst all of your other stocks that you're trading for the day, because the market seems to be, or stocks seem to be moving very closely in unison with the market still. Okay, so again, it's a pretty straightforward day for me, and not going to press it too much. I mean, it's Monday morning. Nothing really looks all that amazing to me, other than Tesla. Tesla looks like it's going to be a nice short play, and then I think it's going to bounce a bit. NBEV might be getting ready to buy. Again, Nvidia is below all the support. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. And then, what was the other one I was talking about? It's really just Nvidia and Tesla. I mean, that's basically it. It for me today, at least. Well, they are not the SPY. The SPY is made up of all 500 companies. So one stock does not make the movement of the SPY. And the SPY, or the Dow Jones, or the NASDAQ, or the Russell, right? All of your major indexes, right? Whether it be the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ or the Russell, they're all made up of all these things, right? You got 3 different pens here, and then you have this 4-piece USB outlet adapter, right? So all of these are a different company, and they all make up the S&P 500. So if all of these companies start going down, right, the S&P 500 is going to start going down, right? So you got all these companies going down, while these 2 other companies over here, they're doing okay, right? These companies aren't really going down, right? They actually should be performing pretty well. But since all 5 or 4 of these companies are doing terrible, it's helping drag the market down. And when people see the markets going down, they go, oh shit, and they'll start to sell these ones as a sympathy play to the market. So then these 2 stocks are going to start going down because everybody sees the S&P's going down, because these 5 stocks over here brought the S&P down. So now everyone's like, oh shit, the S&P's going down. I should start selling these stocks. And it's just a trickling domino effect, right? So the question is whether or not, right, a company could be doing phenomenal, right? Right, like in the S&P 500, let's just say 250 of the stocks could be doing great, while 250 of the other ones are sucking so bad that it's dragging down the rest of the market, and it's causing those other stocks to take a turn as well, right? So that's kind of how it all works. Okay. Yes. Wow, I don't even see the question anymore. It was like just there, and now it's like gone. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, yeah. Ideal sell price? I don't really have an ideal sell price. I have an ideal buy price. That's at like 180. Yeah, it's a big ripple effect when the market starts to move. If you can't day trade until tomorrow, no, actually, it's extremely unsafe to hold Tesla. Why? And that's because, not because Tesla's going to go up, or not because Tesla's going to go down more. It's because if you, well, wait, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, it seems like if you trade today, you're going to lock yourself for 90 days. So you just opened yourself up to unlimited risk today by taking your position. You probably knew going in that you may not be able to trade today, which means you already accepted the fact that you could potentially have to hold overnight, but now you're just looking for reassurance that it should be okay to do it maybe from me, which I'm going to tell you it's not, and you should never put yourself in that position again because you open yourself up to extreme and unlimited risk in which you have no control, because if you sell, you're locked for 90 days and you don't want to do that. So now you're going to hold and hope for the best outcome so that you can sell the next day. So again, that's like one of my first rules as a beginner trader. Never take a trade that you can't get out of, especially based around the PDT rule. So if you're short, I imagine you're doing options. So what I'll tell you to do today is if you're short bias using options, then you should, regardless at market open or 5 minutes in or an hour in, 2 hours into the day, if it goes down more, you make more money, great. What you can do if you're short with options, which I'm assuming you probably are, I hope you are, because then I can help you, but if not, you're just SOL. So if you're short with options, you can buy the exact same strike price calls on the same expiration day as your puts. So whatever expiration day you bought your puts for, at whatever strike price you bought your puts for, go and buy the exact opposite. Go buy the calls for that same day and same strike price. And you'll end up, what you'll do is if you're up a couple $100 on your puts right now, or when the market opens, and then market opens, and then you're like, well, I want to sell to lock in the money, but I can't because of the pattern day trading rule. Then go buy the calls, and you'll lock the money in, and then you can ride both those positions until the next day. And whether or not Tesla goes up or Tesla goes down, you'll make monies back on your calls, and you'll lose them on your puts. But if it keeps going down, you'll lose on your puts, but you'll make the money up on the calls. And you'll basically be able to range lock the money you've already made until the next day. And then you can close them both out, take your money, and be a happy camper. Brian, you can't get a broker with no PDT in America, so you can, but it has to be outside of America. Yeah, right. And so now you got people in here saying, yeah, but if you have time decay, you're going to lose more money. Or sorry, if the market goes sideways. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right. If the market goes sideways in that particular, what I just told you to do, yes, you'll lose. No matter what, you're going to lose. Whether or not the market goes sideways, up, or down, you're going to lose money off of that play because you have the time decaying factor. Well, welcome to trading options, ladies and gentlemen. How to know the best and worst performing industry. Go to like FinViz and just see which sectors are down the worst. No, it doesn't turn into, it's not really a straddle. No, it's not. That's not a straddle. It is and it isn't. It is because you're straddling the price action, but it's not because when you do a straddle, it's more or less you opening up. You're going to be buying usually the same strike price at the same time. It's usually done at once. So as soon as you open, you're straddling the price. It's not like you buy a put, does whatever it wants, then you buy like that's not really straddling anymore. It kind of is, but it's not. All right, guys, I got to head back to our premium group here. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking in here and hanging out with us. Oh, by the way, if you haven't done so already, the first link in the description, That's going to take you to a website to track your trades. We got like 140 slots available for our beta testing. So if you want to get in there and start tracking any of your trades, you can do so. It's free. It's first link. Do it. 140 slots. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.